How's it going, everyone? It's HobbyBiology, and today I'm going to be making a different kind of video. I ordered a microscope kit online and I've been dying to make a video about it. It came with some samples that we can look at that are already prepared, and some empty slides that you can put your own stuff in. I'm looking forward to talking about the samples that it came with, but first I wanted to look at whatever this is. It showed up in my Newt tank overnight and I thought it was eggs at first, but now I'm thinking it's skin shed. Overall, I have no idea what this is, but let's have a look at it. After having my microscope for a couple weeks, it was cool to finally look at an interesting find for once. I still wasn't sure what it was at all, but I was still blown away regardless. I could even see some movement in the background too. I wanted to get a close look at the cloudy area, and as much as these look like eggs, I don't think they are. I want to be fair with my judgment, and I think I can assume that much. Here's a good shot of some more bacteria moving around. I also spotted this, and after doing some research I can find that it's hookworms, which are a parasite that's a blood-sucking intestinal parasite. So that just sounds lovely, but I think it's overall fairly normal. This could explain a sore that I found on one of my newts a couple weeks ago, and although he's doing fine, it still had me worried. I also managed to find some sort of insect larva, and this is not microscopic, but we're going to look at it under a microscope anyways. It's harmless and natural, but it's not something I want in my terrarium. I see some movement still, which I thought was pretty freaky, but also a pretty cool find. After seeing all this stuff, I hopped immediately on cleaning my Newt terrarium, and that's why this video took so long to put out. Now we can look at some of the samples that came with the kit, and we're going to start with just a housefly leg, which is nothing too glamorous, nothing to say here. It's just nasty, but cool to see under a microscope. This is a cell of a sunflower. This is one of my favorites to look at. I broke off a small piece of mineral I have, which I think is citrine, but I'm not 100% sure. But either way, I put it under the microscope. It was cool seeing all the smaller details, like all the angles, edges, and scratches. As I was going to bed, I noticed my newt was shedding its skin and ripping it off and eating it, and that's pretty normal behavior. But this was a perfect opportunity to get a clear sample of newt skin, so I stayed up and took a look at that too. This was easily the coolest sample I found all day. You can still see the newt's dotted pattern, which looks pretty nice, and more microorganisms that I can only assume were living on the skin, but I'm not saying that for certain. It's also interesting seeing the texture of the newt skin. You can see how porous and bumpy it actually is. These two I can't identify, so I really encourage you to leave comments if you know anything or have any thoughts. I don't have an outro planned for this video. I just ask that you leave comments down below on what you think. If you just thought it was an interesting video, I could do more stuff like this. But overall, I just wanted to thank you all for the support. I see as I'm editing this, we passed 100 subscribers, so I'll be sure to do a proper thank you for that. If you have any suggestions for future videos, please let me know, because I run out of ideas sometimes, but I'm always going to keep putting out content if I can. But if you have any recommendations on what you want to see next, leave a comment down below. As always, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.